Howdy folks, welcome to Bullish on Farming. Today's April 1st and things are going great. We've been grazing since March 15th. We've been rolling out bales every third day. We found that the cows have been able to keep conditioning and look pretty good. You know, it's only been 2 weeks, but as soon as that snow melted away, we had the cows harvesting vegetation rooted in soil, and we've been moving them to fresh sections. It's been every 6 to 7 days, and like I said before, we roll out a bale every third day. And this field was rested for a full year, so we are completely matted over, got a nice carbon cover. Things look great in that respect. With regards to the presence of green, and of course we're in winter, but when you stockpile a field, if you have a well-rounded forage variety and of a good quality, your undergrowth should be green and it should be quite, present. Of course, you're going to have some brown mixed in. Let's just say there's not much green going on. The warm season grasses could use an improvement. And so it seems the cool seasons come up just fine. And that's a lot of the straw-like looking grass now. But the warm seasons, it needs work. So that's what we're doing now in the winter field. We keep our cows on the land year round. And I rolled out a bale this morning. And that's what some of the cows are working on right now. But these cows are over here are choosing to graze. And so we've now transitioned into grass being our primary source of feed. Hay is now just supplemental feed. I find that, I could be going one day hay, one day grass. And I'm not, closed off from doing that. But right now we're just feeding hay 33% of the time, and we have rested grass. So although it's not amazing, look, the calves are choosing to eat it. They probably munched on a bunch of this today, but there will come a day where the cows will prefer the grass over the hay. And that's when the scales tip, but it's good to see that we have rested grass and the cows are choosing to graze it, although there is plenty of feed left from this bale. So rolling out a bale every third day works great for this program because we're trekking back for water. We've completely sectioned off January and February's occupation, which is a cube, cut here back to the bush. And that's all better off resting right now. We've been rolling out bales, which adds carbon to the land. But in a setup when you're trekking back, you might be able to fence off some areas, but naturally you're going to get some harder impact with some harder grazing than you would like in a typical grazing situation. But because this is a high impact method in the wintertime, which has a prolonged occupation, it's followed up by a long rest recovery. So we don't expect any animals in this field for the next year until next fall, winter. And that's what all of this is going to go to work on. Now, we'll observe things, and if it seems we should come and nip the tips off in June, then we will. But really, in a field like this, we want to prioritize the vegetative cover that will go into matting the land, which is really allowed us to do what we're doing right now, because it really kind of cushions the soil and gives it a nice carbon cover with multiple benefits in pasture growth and recovery. And so this is where we stationary bale grazed. An absolute black gold mine. All of that, given the right amount of time to bounce back, it's going to be great. So this field is going to be better at doing what we're doing now next year and the year after and thereafter Now I'm thinking of taking the line that's up right now, extending it past up to here and cutting it across. That will allow all of this to rest and recover. And the cows don't really need to be here anymore. We've rolled out bales up until that rock wall. And we just want to keep sweeping to the end of the field as the cows march. Now, we're in April, heading to May. We're going to be grazing up until the last week of April, it's expected, in this field. And we're going to continue rolling out the bale every third day, monitoring conditions. If we need to roll out a bale every, an extra bale here or there, we will. We want our cows healthy, we want them well fed, but we also want to take the opportunity that we've taken a year to plan in executing. That is reducing our hay feed costs and leveraging our land to feed our animals. Now we've given them the choice, and you can see what they're choosing. And I mean, the cows look good. This is a heifer, gonna be a first time calver this year. She looks healthy. This is a cow. And I think we got a steer over here. This might be just a nice well-rounded look. No, this is a heifer. I thought she was a steer because we're finishing some steers this year. And she's just busty. She looks good. Maybe we'll catch a steer over here. But in any case, this is what they had access to for the past 7 days. And there's still residual on the ground. That's what we like to see. So although we might be getting some harder grazing in certain areas, we don't want to be balding our pastures. So any bald areas we will come and just cover with the bale, which is why I want to continue bringing out bales, because it's contributing carbon matter to the soil, pairing that with the manure, and you got a formula for fertility, baby. So let's take a look at this calf. Look, she's mowing down. And we didn't stockpile this field for no reason. It's got stuff to offer. You can see how chubby that calf is. Heifer calf. And let's see if we could find a steero. So this is a steered calf right here. Nice thick guy. This is a steer right here finishing this year. Now we got him going off May through October. That's 100% grass-fed, grass-finished steer right there. Could be going off in anywhere from the next 2 to 5 months. And so we're not feeding this to our cows for no reason. Like I say, we're feeding it to them because it's been planned to do so. And we're monitoring our cows, and we lean into grazing and give them the choice. And we supplement with hay. And we're feeding this winter. It looks like we'll be feeding our animals 3 months. Somewhere between 3 to 3.5 months worth of hay. And that other 8.5 to 9 months is grazing. And it just requires coming out and moving a wire. And we do it for the love of the game. So anyways, folks, things are going great. I hope the same for you. I'd like to say thanks for stopping by, and God bless you all. We'll see you on the next one.